Hello everyone, and welcome to another J. Robinson Art peel-off painting project. Today we're going to have lots of fun. We're going to go straight winter, and we're going to be doing a very nice, very fun, and very easy painting called Snow Cabin. But before we get started, let's just go over all the supplies and make sure that we have everything. When you receive a J. Robinson Art peel-off painting packet, you always get two brushes, a nice flat one and a pointed one. You get a piece of palette sheet that's on the glossy side for you to be able to put your paints on, but you can use trays or palettes of your own choosing. And we also like to give you the paint colors for each project. And as you can see, this is a very limited palette to make such a wonderful and beautiful painting. We also provide you with a paper towel. Not that you don't have any, but we like again to make sure you have everything that you need to paint with straight from the box or from the packet. I like to fold my paper towel and keep it on the side. And we also provide you with a plastic apron, which I already have on. Now, I like to keep a cup of water. We can't mail you that, so please make sure you have your own. A nice cup of water off to the side here to clean off my brushes. And today, I'll be painting with these brushes because, again, we provide you with these, and these will more than adequately do the job. But some of us, like you or me, we like to have our own equipment because we're used to it. It's a little beat up, a little tattered, but we're comfortable with these. I can paint anything with these just as well. I'm just using these for the videos to help expedite the painting so the video doesn't take a long time for you. So I'm just going to move these off to the side. Still very quality, very good brushes. And basically, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you that we have the paints, but I already poured out some paint. So I'm just going to put this off over here and put this on the sheet. And we're going to be using the paint that I already have squeezed out. But again, we provide you with more paint than you'll need. There's much more paint, white paint in this tube than there is on my palette sheet. And the black, of course, and of course the yellow. Just so you can have it. And these reusable caps allow you to just put the paint caps back on to save it for future projects or even to enhance on the one that we're doing. So now with that being said, let's get to our project. This is Snow Cabin. This is Snow Cabin in its basic essence. This is the project that I'm going to be showing you how to paint. And once you get to this point, you can stop right there and call your painting completed. However, the wonderful thing about a peel-off painting project kit is that you don't have to be limited to what we give you and show you. You can use your own level of creativity to input things into a painting that you just might want to add once we've given you all the basics to be able to get to the point that we are right here. Like, for example, you may want to take it to this level. You may want to add in some of these birch trees, maybe a fence line, and you could even put deers or hedges in the back. But I'm going to show you how to first paint this. And for those of you who want to get adventurous, I'm going to show you how you can take your painting to an even higher level. So with that being said, let's move this off and let's get with our canvas. We provide you with an 8x10 canvas, which I've already painted black for you, and affixed a peel on it. So now we're going to get started with the painting. The first thing I'd like for you to do is take your flat brush, put some white on it. Make sure you paint over the entire cabin. Okay, and just add the snow right down below the tree line, like this. Now the key here is to observe that I'm not going above the tree line at this moment, but I will in a few seconds. But I'm just going to paint this in because I really want this to set up and dry rather quickly. So I'm going to put what I call the snow in first. And the cool thing about the snow is if you leave any brush strokes in, it's fine because it could act like the wind has blown your snow, giving your snow like a little drift, which is kind of cool. It adds to the painting. It just makes it look a lot nicer. See, I'm just kind of painting at an angle, and I'm just going to block in this entire bottom. See, I painted over the cabin, and now I'm coming all the way down to the bottom. And it may not make sense, but just follow the steps, and I guarantee you'll end up with a really, really interesting and very nice project. Let me just get this off real fast. Paint that over like that. There you go. There we go. There we go. See? Just going to blend this in a little bit, let my snow drifts go. Now, this is a cool thing. We take a very touch of black. I'm going to mix it in with this white, get me a gray value. This gray value is what I'm going to paint the top part with. I'm going to paint the canvas upwards now. So now I'm just going to take this grayish color and I'm going to just streak that in all along the trees, all along the top, just to give myself some sky. And because we're going to put a moon in, we're going to say that it's either night or going close to night. It's going to mix a little bit of this, a little bit of white and gray. You see how I'm just mixing it to get a gray value? And I'm just going to streak this in. And just make sure you paint over the trees. Make sure you paint over the peels. It's important. Paint right as close to the edges as possible, like that. You see how I left no gaps? This is a very fun painting. Very, very easy painting. You know, this is a painting that I think will excite you. The fact that you're going to be able to render this so quickly and so easily, you'll be more apt to buy more of these products because all of them are fun. Some of them can be a little challenging. No such thing as hard in my world. Everything that we do, we provide you with the step-by-step instructions. We try to preface that with a video that you should watch prior to painting, and then you can even watch during your painting. Because the cool thing about a video, where in this world of COVID, where we can't be together, I can be with you on the screen. Now you see how I have some white in there, kind of streaking that a little bit? Oh, I like that. That looks good. That's good enough for me. I'm going to stop right there with that. And there. Now I have my sky in. So now I have my sky in. I have my snow. And I have my cabin already painted. Now I'm going to clean off my brush. Ring it. Knock it from side to side. I call that ringing the bell. Wipe it on a paper towel. See? Just going to leave that there. Move this off to the side. Now I'm going to pick up a flat brush here. This is a smaller flat brush. In the house itself, we left some windows open. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a little tiny bit of yellow. And I'm just going to find them and just paint right over them. Just a little yellow, like that. And there's a window here. Get that like that. There. It's good enough. See? That's all we needed the yellow for. Just a little light that's cascading from the house. Now you could, of course, let your canvas dry. But remember, I'm shooting a video and I like to just do it as we go. I don't want to do a stop video, because then it feels like I'm cheating you out of something. Now I'm going to take the same brush. And I'm going to take some of this gray value. And I'm going to find what I'm going to call the front of the house. So I'm going to say that maybe from around this side over here. I'm going to start with a little line. You see that? And then I'm just going to kind of go left and right. Almost like stairs. You see, and I'm just going to pretend like there's a pathway that kind of meanders this way. And maybe comes this way. And the closer I get, the further away or the further or wider the path will become. Make sure you can see that clearly. Add some more value to that. There's a nice little trail. See? Little trail coming from the house. Just darken it up for you. Just a bit more. Just going to come around the edge. See? Just put a little value. Make that line small. Now I'm just working the brush left to right. See? And now I have my path. That's good enough. And then we're going to indicate where the moon is going to be. So before we do such a wonderful job of that, why don't we take the peel off so we can see where we are. Now this is the fun part of the painting. This is the part I like the best. This is where I get to say to you, this is the reason that peel off is such a great aid, especially if you're just a beginner painter. Because what I've done for you with the peel is I'm going to take the brush, the spatula, I'm going to hold it right here and just use a little bit of this or this or this or any one of those edges. And I'm going to stick it under just to get it started. See, and once I get it started, I'm going to just peel it with my hands. Just going to grab. And these are going to be the trees that are in the background of the cabin. And because we've carefully placed the peel for you, we've actually helped you in creating a little bit of snow. Let's just peel this up. Get this to come over. Just take your time with this. This is not hard. It's not difficult at all. It's just you're peeling at a slight angle. And now you have all your trees in the back there. Look at that. Nice forest. Already ready for you. Now let's get to this cabin. Gonna start with the barn. There's a little barn that's right here. So I'm just gonna take it, dig in, peel up, take this off. Look at that. There's snow on the roof over there. Now to peel away the barn itself. Just gonna grab, just gonna peel up. Look at there. Look at there. See that? You have your lights, you have your barn, you have your painting. Now I'm going to touch up some spaces because I put my fingers in them. Show you something real simple. Just going to touch it in the black like that. See that? If I want to, which I might, why not? I could take some more white, now that this is dried a little bit, and I could just add a little bit more color to the roof of my house. See that? Maybe even go over this yellow that I put in there by mistake. But that's okay, because it could be the light casting on the top of the roof. It doesn't matter. Just going to take the white now and just create like a little bit more of a snow bank right on the roof of my house. There. Maybe there's even a little bit more snow. And you don't have to do these things. I'm just doing it because I like my paintings to look a certain way. So I'm going to take the opportunity and just add a little bit more value. There. That looks great. That looks great. And then what you want to do is take your brush. You could take your pointed brush or your flat brush or your own personal brush. And then right up here, you just want to put in a little indication of a moon. So I'm just going to make a circle and say, that circle right there represents my moon. I'm going to fill it in. And there. My moon is finished. See? Got a moon, got my cabin, got my house. My snow cabin is actually completed. And you can use your flat brush like this. But I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to touch into a little bit of water. Smash it right into some white paint. I want it to be a little bit liquidy, but not too much. I want it to be like almost like the consistency of ink. Because what I want to do now is just flip the brush like this. And by flipping the brush like this, I get all of these little sprinkles to fall down and they become stars or snow. But in this case, they're going to be snow. So I'm just going to flip it all over the house, all over the trees. Heck, I'll even do it on the snow itself, because some of it will show up in there. Now I have snow falling in my cabin scene. How cool is that? Just that fast, you've created yourself one heck of a painting, and all of your friends are going to be so amazed when you hang it up and you show them just what you were able to do in a matter of moments. And that's the end of that portion of it. And remember, like I promised you, now for those of you, this painting is done. This painting represents this version, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how you can take it to this version. So, we're going to say this painting is completed. For those of you who wish to stop, you have yourself a wonderful painting. I'm going to show you how to take it to the next level. And I'm going to pick up this pointed brush, which would represent this brush. First, I'm going to dip it into a little bit of water. Then I'm just going to twist it into some black. Now I'm going to use some artistic license, and I'm going to say that there's a fence post that's right here in front of the road here by drawing a line, and then maybe there's one there. That leaves the opening, right? Because now I'm just going to stagger and put a few that run across like that. And then maybe over here, I'm going to take it and have it go around the house. So further away I get, the smaller I want those little lines to be. Like that. Now I'm going to put a fence line. So let's start over here where you can see it easily. I'm just going to connect the line, put a little black on here, and then just go right across. Go off the canvas. And maybe there's another line that just runs right across and across the canvas. For this one, I'm going to first paint here, let it connect, come here, let it connect, and then over here, I'm just going to maybe draw a little bit of a line that just kind of goes like that. And there's my fence that goes around my house. Show you something else you could do. You could take this same little pointed brush with a little white on it and tap yourself some little mounds back here. But you see, I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom. I want some of the darkness to show. But I'm going to try to make a hedge line that runs all the way in the back in this forest. So I'm just going to run some dots right across the painting like that. And maybe on this side, there's just a couple like that. There. Now that's some little hedges. Now I'm going to take some black on this pointed brush, and I'm actually going to go all the way up into my sky, come right across my trees, and pull down a tree branch that sits right there like that. See? Just like that. Make a little bit of an angle. That's part of the tree. Now I'm going to come and I'm going to go a little higher, and maybe there's another tree that goes right along here, and I'm going to pull this one in this direction. See what I'm doing? I'm just blocking in the black to make a tree that sits like that. Let it bury itself in the snow. How cool is that? Then I'm going to take a little bit of this gray value, just a tiny bit of this gray value, and maybe I'll make a line that kind of goes like this to show a shadow for the tree that goes there, and maybe there's a shadow to the tree that goes here. I'm just going to bring this all the way off like that. See? Maybe I'll even take some black, turn in the brush a little bit, and maybe there's some little grassy things that just kind of hang out at the foot of the tree right here like this. Just a few things. Let the color pick up just to help plant it. And before I go, let's take some white now. Because remember, it's a birch tree. So birch tree is kind of a black and white tree. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit of white. And I'm literally going to go right back over what I just did. And I'm just going to introduce some white all the way down this tree, just like so. Just like that. Smooth this up a little bit. See? Now I'm going to take some white over here, starting at the point, and I'm just going to pull that color right down. Now the black was to show you where it's at. The white is to help make it stand out, because remember, it's a birch tree. So you can mix the colors there. Like that. And now, before I go too far, let's take some black on the brush, and we're going to put some little knots in the tree. Now the knots, I like to stagger them, like one dot here on this side, a dot on this side. I'm just going to keep doing this all the way down, left, right, like that. Just to put some knots. These are little knots that are in my birch tree. I keep them right near the edge. That's good. Let's go to a little darker color. And let's start up here and just work our way down. Left, right. One on one side, one on the other side. Now just keep alternating that dot, all the way down. That just gives it the look of a birch tree. How cool is that? And because we're on a black background here, let's just automatically take some white and put some limbs. Now the limbs, I like to call them like the letter Y. Let's start down here first. I'm going to pull off the first part of the Y. Look at that. That's a line, right? Why do I call it a Y? Because I just connect a little one like that. And then I can make another Y off of this one. And another Y off of that one. See? And by doing Y's, a bunch of Y's, first I start with one line, then I make a Y, another Y, and another Y, and another Y. I make branches. And that's how easily it is to put some branches on your tree. Now the thing is, I'm not pushing down hard on this brush. I'm actually like letting it ride into the sky, if you will. Just letting it slide right off. And you see I could put branches all the way up, like so. Maybe there's a little one there. Now, when you get to this one, don't be afraid to go across what you've already made, because overlapping branches actually look pretty interesting, see? It actually makes the eye not be able to distinguish where one branch ends and the other one begins, which helps you in the whole illusion that there's a bunch of branches. So don't be afraid to go over the top of things. And don't be afraid to try this. This is fun. This is where you get the dividends in your painting. So now, you have your birch tree, your house, your moon, your snow, your bank. I don't know what else we need here. I think this painting is actually done. And I hope you had fun, because I know I did. The thing I like about painting more than anything is that you don't have to stop. You could always let stuff set up and go back in and add darker values. You know, you could add more yellow to the windows if you want. You could make your roads come all the way over here if you want. You could put footprints. You could paint a deer. You could do so many different things. But I like the way this came out. And I hope you had fun painting with me. Our painting is completed. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that when we post up new images, you'll be the first to know. And that would be channel J Robinson Art. That's where all of our peel-off products are. And if you're interested in going to see where other products are available, you can go to Peiloff.com, which is our direct website, same price. You can go to Etsy, of course, and you could also go to eBay. Nothing changes, same products, same professional service, same prices. We just want to provide you with as many outlets as possible. And you see how much paint I have left over? I told you you didn't really need a lot. Well, then again, thank you so much. Have a great time. It was fun. I'll talk to you again. And please, purchase our peel-off products. Give them as gifts. These are really fun. These are really exciting. And they're very, very fun and very, very easy. Till next time, bye-bye.